Previously, in the dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party found themselves inside the dorm room of Marta Moonshadow. They had freed the conjurer from a demonic blood curse, but the elf was still unconscious, recovering from her ordeal. While she recovered, Ezrah identified a timeline of progression involving the demonic influence that had started barely a year ago and escalated around the time the party helped free Marta from captivity on the third floor of the dungeon. Meanwhile, Bones had a conversation with the Red Wizard Nihilus Jowd, which ended with the Tabaxi placating the Necromancer in order to avoid growing tensions. Ashes spoke with Zalara, concerned about his waning powers, and the Tiefling resolved to speak to Ezrah about the issue. After some time, Marta awoke. The Moon Elf was terse, frustrated. She'd been freed, true, but she'd also just realized how much of her life she had lost to a demon. She'd lost the influence that had given her conviction. It was like waking up with all of her motivations ripped away. She was ultimately thankful, but in her present state, it was hard to act thankful. Eventually, knowing that she was now safe, the party took their leave. Upon returning to the dorm Descentia, the party met with Karstus, the necromancer they had allied with in the Slither Swamp. The mage was friendly. Compared to the tense interactions and battles the party had experienced so far in Dwemercore, Karstus was a breath of fresh air. His banter was an encouragement that the party had at least one enthusiastic ally here. As the party retired for the evening, Ashes approached Ezrah about the issues he had been facing recently. The sorcerer quested out and discovered a strange, malevolent spot of energy on the wear. He dispelled it, and there was a magical backlash, but he defended himself from it. Strangely, though, it didn't seem to fix things for Ashes. In the morning, the party resolved to head to the library. On their way, they had a brief interaction with Marambra Nightsteel, the statued evocation teacher and one of Halaster's 7. Marambra was pleasant, if a bit crazed, and although Matashtai encouraged at least a mock fight, the party opted to take the safe path and headed to the library instead. There, the group spent the better part of the day doing research, Ezrah picking up where he'd left off in his digging up the information surrounding the Halaster. He soon had notes detailing the intended uses for the artifact, some potentially world-changing rituals involving giants and world-spanning transmutation rituals. Eventually, Ezra's research led him to the many grievances and disagreements that the trio, Arcturia, Trobriand, and Izzat, had. Ezrah discovered Izzat's secret plan to complete the Halaster ahead of schedule and whisk it away. And the sorcerer also discovered that, ultimately, all of these powerful archmages were, for lack of a better word, trolled by Halaster Blackcloak, who, on the eve of the project's secret completion, stole the artifact, split it into multiple pieces, and scattered it about, ruining months, if not potentially years, of work. Ezrah read of the mad hunt that took place after that, the last combined effort of the 3 archmages, and importantly, of the discovery of one piece of the artifact by Arcturia, who took it for safekeeping to her realm, Arcturia Doom. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.